everybody, good evening. So great to have you with us. A lot of you have been with us for, gosh, what, the last 14 hours as we've been bringing you one of our biggest events of the year, our big Bonanza Silver Sale. My name is Jill Bauer, thrilled to be with you for these final 3 hours. And what I can tell you is that in these 3 hours, most of what you're going to be seeing, you have not seen all day long. So we have tons of brand new things, much like some of the great pieces that you just saw with Lisa. There's a lot of items in this next 3 hours that I worked with the buyers on. They were my requests. They were things that I really felt like you wanted in sterling silver, and we worked really, really hard to put things together. You know I'm a silver hoop lover. These silver hoops, choice of 2 sizes, under $40. We have black spinel coming up in this show. We have great layering pieces for you. It's a wonderful way to get to know our silver business here at QVC, to see the variety and the quality. And those of you who've been diehards, listen, this is my 20th Big Bonanza Silver Day. My 20th Big Bonanza Silver Day. Thank goodness I'm not sitting on a hay bale with a big fancy saloon dress, because that's what we used to do in the old days. And I think we did have a donkey or something come across the set one time. None of that today. We're a little more refined. We're going to have a lot of fun. And let's get started. Here's a look at what's going to be coming up over the course of the next hours. We will have several one-time only values for you coming up, and here's one of them. I love this ring. I love it because there's that emerald green color that everybody's wearing. There's that gorgeous saturated blue that everybody's going to be wearing. You're getting into this artisan crafted piece, this beautifully designed piece from Israel for under $50. It is J278796, malachite or lapis, comfortable, bold, that pop of color, so comfortable on the hand. I like everything about it. So make sure you're dialing in now. That's in sizes 6 through 11. Here are the hoops. All I'm going to say is this: ready, set, go. I'm wearing the smaller size, which is 1 1/4. The larger size is 1 3/4. We used square tubing here. I wanted something that really would pop that shine of silver. So squared tubing gives you a more reflective surface. $34 and $39. Ready, set, go. J279006. And then look at this bracelet. For the look that you're getting and the price, my brain kind of has a hard time putting the two together because it's a really beautiful look. It feels great. It's feminine, yet it's bold. It has beautiful texture. It has a beautiful woven design. All made in Turkey. That's on that's J281005, and that will be coming up in just a little bit. Oh, that is on 3 easy payments. Great. That is on 3 easy payments. We just didn't reflect that in our graphic, but that will soon be changed. Here's something else coming up. All right, so bottom line, guys, this look came straight from Italy, and it's right off of the, Madison Avenue, 5th Avenue stores that are known for rolling rings in tricolor. This is our triple tuba-gas bracelet. We have it in tricolor or all silver. It glides and rolls on your wrist. Can I tell you, I wore this bracelet last night on the air. When I got off the air on my Jill Bauer QVC Facebook page, I had so many of you asking me, what were those bracelets you had on? J277764. Here is one of my favorite items. This was made just for you, just for this Bonanza event, only in ultrafine silver. So this is a polished Rolo link necklace. Our buyers, Christy and David, were showing me all these things, and I said, you know what, guys? We're missing that modern classic. We're missing that gorgeous, refined Rolo link that just kind of screams status. And I want it in ultrafine because I want more purity of the silver. I want more reflection. I want people who've never tried shopping with QVC to know that this is more tarnish resistant, that it's nickel free, that there's no reason why you shouldn't give it a try, especially with these great prices. And let me tell you, when I left the building yesterday, there was no 5 easy pay. You're getting that today. Of course, I did drop by the planner's desk and say, could we do a 5 easy pay plan? Glad they listened. It's good for you. J278905, 18, 20, 24, and 36 inches. This, my friends, is for all of my April babies out there. This started as a ring, a baguette ring. And I said to our diamond buyer, I said, is there any way we could do that in earrings too? Because I think that'd be so great. So yes, you can get affinity diamond, real diamonds. This is not our cubic zirconia line. These are real diamonds, affinity quality, baguettes, in a ring or in earrings. Are you crazy? It's $79. It's on 3 payments of easy pay. That is one you should pick up the phone right now. The earring size is a smaller scale. I'll hold it up real quickly so you can see it so there's no surprises. But let me tell you, to be able to wear like this petite baguette diamond tube for $79, I pay that for costume jewelry, don't you? So these are those earrings. They'd be a great Sweet 16 item. They'd be a great first piece for somebody. Really, really great look. $79 in baguettes. So that's coming up later on in our show. All right, you ready to get started? Can you tell I'm a little amped up? I love this day. This is probably my most favorite day to come to work, and it has been for 20 years. I love silver. It was the very first item I ever presented as a program host when I started in 1993. I started with a piece of sterling silver, and that kind of, let me tell you, ruled my fate here because I learned much about silver from my good friend Jane Rudolph Tracy, and I started on my first Bonanza Silver Day in 1994, and this is now my 20th Big Bonanza Silver Day with all of you, or Silver Sale we should say, with all these great things. So here's the first item that I really wanted to get started with because I feel like it is that bold look, it's that woven look, and we have such great prices. This is all done in Turkey, and it's a choice of bracelets in 7 1/4 or 8 inches, or your necklaces, which are going to be either 18 or 20 inches. Here's what I thought was so fantastic about this look, you guys. It lays beautifully around the neck, but I'm just going to hold it this way real quickly so that you can see how there's a little dimension to this. It's not flat. So you've got this really beautiful kind of lift going through the center of this wonderful woven sterling silver. This is all done in Turkey. They really have become the masters of woven jewelry. And doesn't that make sense? Because when you think about the Byzantine bracelet, the best Byzantines were often made in Turkey. They understood that intricacy of weaving all of these links together, and now to be able to do that in bolder looks, in beautiful high polished sterling silver. We did an oversized jump ring on this, so it's easy to put on and easy to take off. If the necklace isn't in your budget, we have the bracelet. Do you have that great big bold bracelet to wear? Now you do. It's gorgeous. The gram weights on this, okay, 7 1/4, 15.2 grams, 8 inches, 16.2 grams. So it has nice weight to it, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be heavy when you get it. The weight in a bracelet like this, guys, is really to give you durability, to give you strength so that you can wear it day in and day out. Oh, look at that Orpaz ring. Oh! Coming up, the weight is there to give you that strength and durability so that you have something you feel good about wearing regardless of the situation that you're in. You work in banking, and so your arms are kind of hitting the table all day long. No worries with something like this. The necklace weights on this, 35.6 grams or 39 grams, depending on the length that you choose. Look how beautiful this is against skin. Look how lovely it is when you are looking to sort of pop something icy and cool with all of the colors that we're going to be wearing this season. You can see that Susanne's in this really pretty kind of raspberry color. Staci's wearing, it might be reading black on your TV, but I think it's navy, isn't it? Oh my gosh, navy is like my most favorite color ever this season. I love it with your orange skirt. Like, that is so how I would wear those colors. Fantastic. And please point out the silver shoes. Thank you for wearing those tonight. I have silver sandals too, and I almost wore them, but I thought they just weren't quite right with my dress. It's the silver season, everybody. It's spring. What are you going to wear with emerald green? What are you going to wear with navies? What are you going to wear with all of these oceanic blues, these soft sagey greens, the nectarines, the lavender lilacs, the poppy reds? It's silver. Silver is going to shine brighter. Silver is going to give you something that allows you to get big and bold, yet still stay within a budget. And on a day like today, where you now have less than 3 hours for these prices, you now have less than 3 hours for these easy pay breakdowns, this is the way you want to go. Is that flipped on your wrist by chance, Suzanne? It kind of looks like it might be. Can you just roll it over? Yeah. There we go. Okay, good. All right, now look. Okay, so here's what's hilarious. We're super busy on the phones for this bracelet, and it looks so darn good the wrong way. You're going to love it even more the right. That, can we just all admit, is a good piece of jewelry. That's a good piece of jewelry, right? That it looks so good and was so beautiful. But look at that texture. Look at that dimension. Imagine how beautiful that's going to feel on your wrist. When you start to maybe use your Saint-Tropez self-tanner, or you get a little sun on your arms. We're going to Southern California at the end of the month. Oh my gosh, I'm just hoping for a little warm sunshine and just coming back with maybe just a little warmth to my skin. And then you put your silver on, and oh, it's just magic. I love how Suzanne has layered 2 necklaces. Granted, stepping outside the box a little bit, But what a wow. I mean, great that you could just wear one when you needed it, but the fact that they kind of nestle inside of each other so beautifully, so you can do two if that works for you, great opportunity. It's thick, it's wide, it's heavyweight when it comes to silver. The bracelets are going to be about 1/2 inch, and that's the same width for your necklaces as well. So it's all the same weave, just done in different lengths. There's that lapis ring that's coming up, our one-time only from Orpaz. I gotta update you here real quickly on where we are, guys. In the bracelet, if you want the 7 1/4 inch length, fewer than 2 dozen. In the 8 inch, only about 2 dozen. The 18-inch necklace, there's only 5 dozen left. And in the 20-inch necklace, fewer than 100. So 35 to 38 grams in the necklaces, 15 and 16 grams in the bracelets, J279022. Okay, guys, listen, already over 300 of our Orpaz one-time only rings have been ordered. Already over 300. Under $50, we will talk about it. 5 minutes? Is that a good estimation? 5 minutes, J278796. It is also the season of Easter and graduations, maybe heading to Christian colleges, confirmations, holy communions. What a beautiful gift. This is the polished horizontal cross-link bracelet. It is item number J279075, and that is coming up brand new today if you would like that look. All right, so many things from the Orpaz collection coming up in these final 3 hours. We know that you're already loving our one-time only, but we have something else really special for you that I really begged our buyers to keep in my show. Danny, this is Danny Neufeld. Danny works with these artists and designers in Israel to bring us these beautiful pieces of jewelry. Nice to see you.
Hi, good evening. Thank you for having me.
Well, pleasure. Pleasure. So I wanted Roman glass in my shift. I am so fascinated by this material. I have always, since my first day of working at QVC, my favorite part of this job is telling the story of jewelry. And this is a history lesson, you guys. This is a story in jewelry like no other. These are our only Roman glass items in my 3 hours with you. They're $79 and change. Look at the unique textures. That's become a hallmark of the Orpaz line. But that center, may I call it a stone, is really these pieces of unique glass that have been unearthed and are literally thousands of years old.
2,000 years old.
Oh my gosh, tell us all about it.
And the pieces that you see in the back, these are authentic Roman glass items that I brought with me from Israel, that are about 2,000 years old.
Oh
so the story of the Roman glass starts about 2,000 years ago when the Roman Empire controlled all the Mediterranean Sea area. Among them was Israel. They were pioneers in many areas. One of them was the glass. They were able, by taking sand and heat it in very high temperature and adding some herbs to create the color, they created glass. And touch this. It's not sharp.
No, it's not sharp.
Because there's no other chemicals. It's only made from sand and herbs to get the color. So 2,000 years later, we find all around Israel, mainly in archaeological sites, the remnants of the glass. So we bring it to the factory, we cut it, we shape it, we clean it, and then we assemble it back into jewelry. Now the layer that you see on top of it, this is not the color of the glass. This is what we call the patina. The patina, from the glass being in the ground for 2,000 years, it created this mineral soil that when we bring it to the factory, we shave it off, and after we cut it, we apply it back, like it looks like a mosaic, the original patina. And for today, we have, this is a brand new design that I love this design. It's like an organic oval shape, brand new texture. It's like a rough texture that I love. And then you have the round, the outline that it's like hammered, high polished. But again, it has like this organic look that we all love from Orpaz. Love this, the size of the earrings, really for everyday size. And then I think that, you know, we see a lot of classic jewelry today. I think this, the Roman glass jewelry, it's more, I call it like jewelry with character, with a story, with history. Just to think about the fact that you're wearing Roman glass jewelry that, you know, Roman glass that it's like 2,000 years old. I think it's an amazing story. Now, it comes with the certificate of authenticity and the story about the glass.
I love that. And you know, that kind of patina, as it's described, I mean, it looks like mosaic opal almost.
Each one of them going to look different.
And everyone's different. But the color play, you'll get the soft greens, you'll get pinks, there's blues, there's lilacs, there's yellows. So as we're thinking about what we're wearing for the spring season, this is going to be so beautiful because it's going to pick up all of those colors. And I know how many of you appreciate appreciate jewelry that's different. You don't like to wear the same thing that you see on everybody else. You're not going to be following trends. You like what you like, and when you see it, you go for it. This is different. It's unique. It's unlike anything else that we offer at QVC because it is this Roman glass, because there's only so much of it in the world.
Yeah, and it's getting limited.
There's going to be a time where we have to say,
since we started to work with QVC
we
years
can't
ago,
do Roman glass anymore because there's just no more supply. So it's a piece of history. I love that that's something that you can wear and, you know, sort of know that you've got this unique heritage to the piece, the interesting textures, the kind of free-form hammering, and then that wrapped texture is really cool.
I love
With
it.
the
This
oxidation,
is
it comes
brand
to
new
life.
for today. This wrap texture, it's more rough looking, but then it's softened by the polished circle. So it's really a beautiful pair of earrings for today.
Well, I have to tell you that the regular price on that would be more like $96. Your sale price is under $80. They have a French wire. They're easy to slip in, and they're J278837. So here are the earrings I have on. If you love a hoop earring, these are polished, bold, square tube hoop earrings. 400 already gone. The smaller size for $34 is what I'm wearing. That's 1 1/4. The larger size is 1 3/4. Both sizes under $40. You can only find something like that on a day like today. J279006. And this, like your dream Rolo necklace. Already really popular, and I really wanted it in ultra fine. Like I wanted this look for you, this status look, and I wanted you to feel like it was status, and that's why our buyers did it for you in ultra fine. J278905, 5 payments of easy pay in 18, 20, 24, and 36 inches. But right now, we're gonna spend some time talking about color and texture and uniqueness in jewelry. Already 650 of these gone. It is the only lapis item I have for you in my 3 hours. It is the only malachite item I have for you in this next 3 hours. I believe it's the only Orpaz ring I have for you in the next 3 hours.
One more.
Do we have one more coming up?
Yep.
Which one is it? I don't remember.
It's a surprise. Labradorite.
Oh, that's right, labradorite. That's right. Forgot they added that at the last minute. I forgot about that, Danny. But if you want green or you want blue, this is your ring. It is bold and yet it's light and airy. It is the saturation of color that I think is divine. It started out, I think, in just the malachite was the offering.
Yes.
And I think I said something to our buyer and said, is there any way we could add another color? Because I just felt like the color story of the season, we keep hearing about greens, but blue is right up there. So you're going to be wearing iterations of blue or green probably from now all the way up through September. And since emerald green is the color of the year, green's going to be important all the way through December. To me, for under $50, Danny, precious metal silver, this huge cabochon of genuine stone, a ring that fits like a dream. I mean, it's just everything about it. As I said in our preview, there's nothing about this ring I don't like.
You know, and you're right. You know, we really took everything that Orpaz is so good at and we combined it in one ring. If it's the elongated shape style that really gonna elongate your finger, if it's like the organic look of the silver artwork, it's like so Orpaz looking, and then if it's the center stone that, you know, the comment to the lapis and the malachite, that both stones were used in jewelry thousands of years ago. And, you know, and today with the Orpaz look, we bring it to life with the organic look, with updated look. And, you know, I just think this ring came out so amazing. Now, the paradox about this ring, that it's big and bold, but at the same time, it's so comfortable on the finger. It's all made of solid sterling silver, all finished by hand. You know, you have to clean this ring and to get to every little corner and to make it this beautiful and shiny. It takes, you know, a long time to make each one of them. So I'm very proud of this ring. Love the organic look, the freeform shape, and the way the silver uniform into this beautiful ring. The malachite, I have to say, the malachite is my favorite. You know, it's been years since we did malachite, and, you know, it took us a long time to find the right source to get the malachite. But I love the way it looks. And then, as you said, green is the hottest color for the year.
Oh, it's so great, isn't it? Look at that ring. And remember, you know, the thing with malachite is every ring is going to have its own personal landscape.
The same as the lapis, by the way.
Yes, the striations in the malachite will be different. The shading of green might be slightly different from ring to ring. But frankly, that's what I love about this. You know, every one you're going to feel like is specially yours. It's really interesting. It's different. It's hard in jewelry to find jewelry in green. You know, you could buy emeralds if you're a Rockefeller, right? Chromium diopside is beautiful, but you don't get big, bold looks
and you cannot get it
right?
in this size. And we're talking about genuine stones.
Right.
You know, these are all genuine stones.
You want bold, you want that pop, you want green. Malachite also is usually, you know, not an inexpensive stone.
Yep.
So to be able to get this size, this quality, all the craftsmanship that you've come to love from Orpaz, the comfort of this ring, top to bottom, it's about 1 inch. Side to side, 3/4 of an inch. Tapers on the underside. I'm wearing my regular size. I don't think you need to go up a size at all. It's bold, and yet the sort of Orpaz version of filigree
Yes.
is so beautiful.
You know, I see a lot of lace out there, and this is like the organic Orpaz version for the lace look. This is our own interpretation for the look that is so trendy out there, but at the same time, we keep it to the original. We keep it to the Orpaz look that, you know, it's jewelry that's going to reflect your own personality, jewelry that looks like nothing that is out there. And I think that the combination of the big center stone, large center stone in the center, either it's the lapis or the malachite, with the silver artwork, it's just a perfect combination that really looks so different than anything that I've seen on the trays today.
Well, let's talk about the history of these stones as well. So much like we were talking about Roman glass and what an unbelievable history, you know, that material has. When you talk about malachite, when you talk about lapis, you know, that lapis was the material that Cleopatra used to grind
Yep.
up and use for her eyeshadow. I laugh and say, long before there were bare minerals, right, there was Cleopatra grinding up stones and creating these beautiful colors. Malachite is a stone that was also ground up. For those of you who love your Irish folklore, the Book of Kells that's on display at Trinity College, 8th century manuscript. Guess what? They didn't have like markers and crayons back then to illustrate and color that in. They would grind up malachite. They would grind up lapis and use the powder of this opaque stone mixed with water to create that kind of a beautiful color story. So I mean, these are stones that have been prized. Lapis was buried with the kings and queens and pharaohs of Egypt. I mean, they're storied stones. Native Americans love to use
Yep.
these stones. In fact, they refer to lapis as the stone of truest friendship, which I love.
Yeah, I didn't know that story.
The Romans used to refer to lapis as sapphire dusted with
Correct.
gold, right? Because it looks like a starry night.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, it's been called the heaven stone. If you're wanting the lapis choice, it is the more limited, and we are getting quite limited in some of the sizes. Again, it's a season for green, and I want you to think about one more thing and we'll go to the phones. When you wander through a beautiful flower garden and you see pinks, yellows, oranges, purpley blues, what's the stem and leaf of all of those? It's green. So green is that color that
Yep.
no matter what direction you go in fashion color this season,
Absolutely.
it's the color that's going to work. It's the color of nature. It's the color we're really embracing this season, and there's no better stone to get that bold pop than the malachite. So let's go off to our phones. Simona is joining us from Washington State. Hi, Simona. How are you?
Just fine, thank you.
Thanks for calling in. Let me introduce you to Danny.
Hi.
Hi, Simona.
So what were your thoughts on this big, bold, gorgeous ring?
I think it's absolutely fantastic. I've had malachite before, and I thought that was beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, the workmanship and the silver. Isn't that neat?
It is.
Yeah.
It is just absolutely gorgeous, and I like big, bold items.
Oh, this will
you're
be a
gonna
good
love
one
it.
for you. But you know what, Simona? It's not heavy on the hand. It's not flipping to one side or the other. It's really beautifully balanced. It doesn't pop up too high on the finger, which I really like. I like kind of a lower profile like that,
Yeah.
especially if you're busy and you work with your hands. I think, like I've said now for the third time, there's nothing about this ring I don't like. I think everything is just perfect.
Well, I'm really looking forward to receiving it.
Well, we appreciate you tuning in. Hope that you've been enjoying our Big Bonanza Silver Day, our Silver Sale today. And, you know, we're here till midnight with tons of brand new that you haven't seen all day, so we hope you can stick around.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So if you do love green, make sure you're on the line for that malachite. Remember, this one-time only price is only good for this show. Up until midnight Eastern time. We hand things off to Chaz Dean coming up at midnight. So if you're interested in When Hair Care, that's following this unbelievable Big Bonanza Silver Sale. Now 2,400 of these rings have been ordered. It is also on Easy Pay. So that's another way for you on a day when you're trying to sort of stock up on all
Yep.
these great things. use that easy pay plan and go for it. But again, quintessential Orpaz design here and that big, bold, colorful cabochon. That must have been hard to be able to source,
Yeah, it
you
took
know,
us
the
months
amount that
and months
QVC would want for an order.
to prepare for this event. You know, we worked 6 months in advance, and you know, I just love the final results and the way it looks like. It's such an interesting ring, you know, such a conversation ring. You know, there's nothing ordinary about this ring, from the silver design that goes in such an organic way, and then the beautiful stone in the center. You know, this is a large size. This is like 13 by 18 millimeter stone, which is, as you mentioned, you know, it's hard to source and find the perfect quality and quantity that we needed for today's event. And I'm so proud and happy that we were able to bring it for you today. It's the one time only.
Well, if you're on the line for this, please stay on the line. I also want to reiterate, this ring does come in sizes 6 through 11. So a lot of you have asked us for those larger sizes. You need the 10s, you need the 11s. This ring does go up to that. Let's also, you know, kind of recap that this is all precious metal sterling silver, that we're using genuine natural of origin gemstones here.
It's
this
solid,
is not
and
plastic.
the ring is solid.
Yeah, it's not a doublet. It's a solid cabochon stone, which is just absolutely fantastic. The striations of the malachite are what make it so interesting. Much like when we talk about blue lace agate, and blue lace agate sometimes has those marbleized striations. This is that same kind of a feel, but in a much more saturated tone. So let's go back to our phones again. Jessica is joining us from Georgia. Hi, Jessica. It's Jill. How are you?
I am well, Jill. How are you?
Terrific. I appreciate you calling in tonight. Can I introduce you to Danny?
Yes. Hi, Danny.
Hi, Jessica.
I am so excited about this.
Thank you.
This is my first purchase on QVC.
Oh, you're kidding.
Wow, yeah.
Wow.
Do you have music? No music?
So why
And,
this one, Jessica?
My uncle used to design jewelry when he was still with us, and the first piece he ever made was a malachite necklace.
Okay.
And so I'm hooked on malachite, and I saw this ring, and it just pulled at my heartstrings.
Oh, that's so special.
So it made me very excited, and I'm so excited to buy it.
Oh my gosh. Well, I am so confident in the quality that you're going to receive with this piece. The size of the ring, the color quality, the silver fit, everything is just so spot on. It'll be a wonderful experience for your first piece of jewelry from us. And, you know, I think that your story is what really jewelry is all about.
Yeah.
When it speaks to us, you know that it's right. And whether it speaks to you because it reminds you of a loved one, or there's just something cool and different about it, or sometimes we just can't put our finger on it, I think those are the pieces that you end up loving for the rest of your life. So I'm thrilled we had something like that for you this evening.
Yes, and you guys hit it spot on tonight, because it's the silver and the malachite, and it's just everything that encompassed him. So thank you very much.
Oh, well,
Thank you.
gosh, enjoy it.
Enjoy,
and what a
Jessica.
wonderful thing every time you look at your hand. So thank you.
I will. Thank
Have
you,
a
Danny.
good
Thank
night.
you, Jill.
Bye-bye.
night.
So listen, here's what we want you to know. Now over 3,100 of these rings have been ordered, and we are still busy on the phones. It is J278796, 2 payments of easy pay. Danny back with that labradorite ring, that mother of pearl bracelet. I'll see you in a bit. Thank you so much. Also, another one-time only. What? 2-in-1 show? Oh, baby. Wait till you see what else we have in store for you tonight. So here's this multi-row woven bracelet. Any chance you guys could just come to me for 1 second and I could just show you what that looks like on the wrist? Because I just think that shot is blah, and this bracelet is anything but, especially at $63 and $68. Okay, ready, set? Look at this bracelet. 3 payments of easy pay. Beautiful design, feels good, really fluid, which is what I liked about it. I don't know, I just really love the high and low of that bracelet. So that for $63 or $68, that is another one-time only that you can pick up in the show tonight, J281005. And then we started my time with you in our Big Bonanza Silver Sale with this bold sterling woven bracelet, or necklace. Okay, frankly, there's no more bracelets. They're all sold out. And the 18-inch necklace has sold out. And we still have the 20-inch, and that's all she wrote, as my dad would have said. J279022. So $175 for that gorgeous necklace at 20 inches, and I think like 38 grams of silver. Fantastic. All right, so all throughout the next 3 hours, again, lots of brand new things that you haven't seen so far today, great prices, special opportunities. Here's one I think that's going to speak to many of you because we are in the season as we're preparing to celebrate Easter. Perhaps there's First Holy Communions, there might be a baptism, there might be confirmation, maybe you have a daughter, a granddaughter, a niece, a goddaughter who's going to be graduating from high school, graduating from a Christian or Catholic school, heading to a religious type of university. What a gift. This is all sterling silver. This is polished in a cross shape, but they're done on the horizontal, so they kind of just lay all the way around your wrist. I love the simplicity of this. You know, a lot of times with crosses, with certain pieces, we'll do really, really fancy. This we kept clean. This we kept sleek. This we kept modern. Flat on the underside, as you can see there, but really nice dimension as it's going to lay on the wrist. Each one is individual from the other, all linked together, so there's very nice movement. And then you kind of have this little extender here as well. So let me just sort of put this back on my bust form here, and then let's talk about the measurement. So you have the 6.5 inch length, which comes with a 1 inch extender, or the 7.5 inch length, which comes with a 1 inch extender. So you really have something here for everybody. I also love that you have this, you know, slightly oversized lobster claw clasp. It just makes it a little bit easier for you to grip onto when you're putting a bracelet like this on. You know, this is also one of those pieces where, you know, maybe your granddaughter is only 4 right now or 5, but you just see this and you're like, that's the kind of thing that I would love to give her to have as a gift from grandmother to granddaughter. I can tell you when I was probably in middle school, I think it was, around middle school, maybe I was even in high school. No, it had to have been before high school. I really wanted a special cross pendant. And the person I asked that from, I should say, was my grandparents. And you know what, it's still in my jewelry box to this day. It's a very petite gold cross. It was from my grandma and grandpa Bauer. They live in heaven now, so they're no longer with us. But gosh, is that special, you know, just to touch it and know that it's from them. So I invite you to think about that as you look at this piece. You know, if this is something that, gosh, is something you'd like to touch every single day to remind you to stay grounded in your faith, I think that's lovely. So many of you love to share your thoughts and beliefs about God and how he guides you. You know, whether you follow me on Jill Bauer QVC Facebook or whatever it might be, you know, I'm always so inspired by some of the things that many of you share. So for so many, this is such a personal item of jewelry. You know, I would be remiss if I didn't also mention that this cross style in this setting is very fashionable at the moment. It is sort of how you're seeing people wear crosses, I guess, in 2013. But the message is still there. And to have it in all precious metal sterling silver, to get a costume jewelry price for this precious metal piece, to know that it's adjustable so that as the person you give it to maybe grows, so if you give it to an 8-year-old, gosh, when she's 16, it'll still fit. I mean, that's a piece for a lifetime. J279075, and that's our polished horizontal cross link bracelet. So here's another big, bold piece from the Ultrafine collection today. I saw Jane Tracy presenting this morning. See, I've been watching right along with you. Of course, I've been watching Jane sell silver for as long as I can remember. She taught me everything I know. J274684 is your item number. This is $83.16. And remember, Ultrafine silver is 95% pure silver. So it's an amazing reflection. It's nickel-free. It's more tarnish resistant. Really an incredible alloy, and we love being able to offer it to you here on theCUBE. So another good friend of mine in sterling silver is Robert Elizondo. Robert and I, can I tell you, my very first host pick item, where the buyer said, well, what do you like, Jill? What would you like to be your host pick? So my very first host item on my very first Big Bonanza Silver Day, 3 months after I started this job, an Ecclesi watch. I just thought it was the coolest thing ever. So here we've come full circle with Ecclesi watches. This is big and bold. It has that gemstone crown. The green is last call. We have the black spinel or that London blue topaz. I'm wearing the blue. I thought it was fantastic. 5 payments of easy pay. Ton of silver in that big boy. J279023 is your item number. All right, so let's keep things going. Here's another great piece, also from our ultrafine collection. Again, I'm wearing those wonderful Rolo lengths. I did the 24 and the 36-inch length in those, but then look at how this could come into play. This is a really great piece, and we've never done this kind of multi-link design in ultrafine before. I love it. I think it's cool and modern. I think it's like fun and organic. I love that you sort of have this light wispy link up here, and then these three here give you that ka-chow, right? I mean, it's all about shine and reflection, and it shows you how almost liquid-like this metal can be. So here's your little ultrafine silver 101. Ultrafine silver is not sterling silver. Sterling silver is 92.5 parts, or 92.5% pure silver, and the other 7.5% are alloys to give it strength and durability. Ultrafine silver is 95% pure silver and only 5% other alloys used to give it strength and durability. But here's the recipe secret. No nickel used. So for most people who have sensitivities with nickel-based jewelry, you will not have issues with ultrafine. Funny enough, this recipe produces a silver that is more tarnish resistant. Funny enough, you have more pure silver in this piece. The shine level and reflection is magnified to an unbelievable level. That said, please notice that Staci's earrings are my hot pick hoop that are sterling silver, and these two metals get along just fine. Nobody's going to be able to tell that one is ultrafine and one is sterling. They're all from the silver family. They all have a lot of pure silver. But there is a refinement level. There's a little bit of a prestige level built into the ultrafine collection. I love that you're getting this on 4 payments of Easy Pay. I think this will be one of those necklaces you'll reach for time and time again with your scoop necklines, your maxi dresses, your wrap style tops, your cute little t-shirts. I mean, I'm sorry, that is a necklace that doesn't look like it's $119. It looks like it should be at least $219. And frankly, $219 in this day and age is a costume jewelry price point. This is precious metal beyond. This is more pure silver. It's not a lightweight either. I mean, this is not something where you're getting 4 grams of silver. No, you're getting 22.5 grams of silver, of ultrafine silver. That's a lot. So it's not going to be heavy in feel, but again, I speak to that weight for durability. So these aren't links that are going to easily collapse. These aren't links that are easily going to dent. You have the ability with this oversized jump ring, or oversized lobster claw clasp, I should say, to really make it easy to fit, to wear. And when you look in the catalogs and you sort of see the type of necklaces a lot of these stylists use on these models with the clothing, it's often these open link styles. I think for summertime, it's really airy and it's very breezy. I don't know, there's something very sort of just like, you know, Hampton, Southern California chic about this piece. I love it. I like that those links are not perfectly round or perfectly oval. I like that they're a little bit wavy here. To me, that imperfection is the perfection of the piece. It's more interesting. It's more one of a kind. It looks more special. And I think those are also the things that we want our jewelry to do for us. Let's face it, we all feel good when we get these QVC packages at home and we open up that new necklace and we put it on for the very first time and we wear it out for the very first time and you get that compliment for the very first time. We all love that feeling. You know, I mean, it validates us a little bit. Listen, we all need validation. There's not a person out there who doesn't. Don't believe them. Or as my son Trevor, I swear he's half Jim Carrey and half Deepak Chopra. Sometimes he looks at me and he's like, well, Mommy, you know, we all find happiness in our own way. He's 7. He's so adorable. Who is this kid? Right? Yeah, he does wait for it too, Suzanne. You're right. Yeah. Oh my gosh, he's hilarious. But anyway, it's true. Like, we all find happiness in our own way. And I think if jewelry is what makes you happy, it puts a smile on your face when you get up in the morning. Gosh, what a great necklace. Like, you probably don't have a link necklace like this. And even if you have an open link, is it ultra fine? So today's the day to shop for things like that. J278876 is your item number. So here's the thing that's exciting. A lot of you might be saying, oh my gosh, there's only like 2.5 hours left of the silver event. Okay, wait, calm down. Everybody take a deep breath. You can go over to QVC.com and you can see all of the jewelry that's been part of this event, both online and special, or both on air and special online opportunities. You'll get a look there of that today's special value, that fantastic Richest bracelet in 2 sizes, in terms of dimension, beautiful piece and much more. So be sure to check that out from some of your favorite designs, special offers as part of our 17-hour sale. So the hoop earrings I'm wearing, a little interest in those? They're coming up next. We'll give you a full look at the sizes and the scale and the beauty right after this. Whether we've shopped for sterling silver together for almost 20 years, or maybe you're new to QVC in just today or in the last couple of weeks, one thing that most people know about Jill Bauer is that Jill Bauer loves a good hoop earring. It's what I wear probably 99.9% of the time when I'm hosting on QVC, whether they are silver hoop earrings that I bought from QVC, and many of them are, or they're silver hoop earrings that I have from other collections from wherever. I love a hoop earring. To me, they're modern. To me, they're cool. To me, they always finish off an outfit beautifully, and I loved these hoop earrings when our buyer, Christy, literally unrolled 5 different jewelry rolls. Look how I did it 5 times for you. 5 different jewelry rolls of hoop earrings from Italy. She's like, okay, go ahead, take a look. What do you think? And they were from Italy. They were from Turkey. They were from, you know, all over the world. She's like, what do you think? What do you think? Oh, I like these. Oh, I don't like these. Oh, no, too big. Too small. Oh, we've done those. Oh, been there, done that. Oh, wrong size. And then I saw these, and I was like, you know what? There's something so clean. There's something so sleek. There's something so reflective. There's something so right about this hoop. I think for so long we've kind of been in the skinny hoop mode, that these are just a little more. Just a little more. Not overly wide. I mean, it's kind of like that marriage between the classic wedding band hoop, but this is a little more updated because a classic wedding band hoop is a little more domed in a D-shaped tube, and here they use a square tube. So there's more reflection. Even as you see Susanne walk away, you have reflection off the inner sides of this earring. So there are 2 sizes to choose from here. And are you girls wearing the same size? I can't tell. Yeah. So I think you're wearing the smaller of the 2. Would one of you mind putting on the larger size? Here, let's see if I have them and I can bring them over to you. Maybe I do in this tray somewhere. They're here. You know what, I'll let the crew take care of it because I don't know where mine are. Because I want you to sort of see the scale of the 2 earrings side by side on 2 women. So all 3 of us at this point are wearing the 1 1/4 inch size, which is a fabulous size. I mean, again, look, Staci has short hair. Here.
I can play.
Here. Come on over.
Yes. Let's do this.
They want us to do movement, so come on over.
Right. They say strive to be live, don't they?
They like movement here on this channel. I like to stand still. But we'll let the models move, right?
Right.
So let's see here. So let me see. They're gorgeous.
Switching it up.
They're gorgeous. Look at that.
Live TV.
Live TV,
It
I
would
know.
help if I sat down my other. Wait, hold on.
That's okay. It's
Hold
all
on,
right.
America.
We'll get there.
Hold on, America.
We'll get you. Got it, right? This is Strive to be Live right now.
Yeah, right? Hold on.
You get it?
Almost.
Do you need a mirror?
No, I got it. I got
Okay,
it.
okay, good.
I did it.
Clicked? Good. All right, look. Now look at those earrings. So what I love about your choice here is the larger size to me is fun, updating, trying to take an old outfit and make it fresh again for the spring and summer season. And the smaller size, which still is not like overly small, I mean, I think 1 1/4 inches, especially when there's a little width going on here, gives you major impact. Let's also just discuss the price. I think this is one of the most affordable items on the entire Big Bonanza Silver Sale Day, and 1,500 already gone. This is one of those items that you love to buy on a day like this because bottom line is it's a classic that everybody needs. It really is a need for your silver jewelry wardrobe. If you're wearing silver and you don't have a silver hoop, come on in, because if this were any other day on QVC, we'd be talking $41 or $46. If you were out shopping in the retail world, these could be upwards of $70. Here, as part of this sale, until midnight, a sterling silver hoop earring that looks great, that feels great, that everybody's gonna love, 34 bucks, 39 bucks. They look amazing. And look at it on Staci. I mean, I love it with the necklace.
Different directions, yeah.
Yeah, and again, all the sides on this. I mean, that's the beauty of this square tubing, is that as you turn your head to the side, it's still reflecting. Other tube earrings that are round won't do that, they disappear. It's like, now you see it, now you don't. But this, you're gonna have that reflection every which way. That's 1 3/4 of an inch, guys. So we didn't even go to 2 inches. I think 1 3/4 of an inch is a really wearable, larger size earring that you'll have tons of fun with. It updates your style, and come on, even if it's not your go-to everyday earring, you just have fun with it once in a while, it was only $39. I mean, we're spending a lot more money on a lot more stuff, right? $39, that's hard for me to take my family out to a basic dinner for $39, really. Breakfast sometimes, right? Unless you go, you know, gosh, I was gonna say, unless you go to a diner. Of course, some of the diners around this area are all these shishi tanta diners where an omelet's 18 bucks. What? I just wanted avocado. I'll take the earrings. Earrings on the side, please. So listen, stay on the phones. We are busy, busy, busy for this earring. I fell in love with them the minute I saw them. I loved the shape. I loved the scale. I loved the size. I think originally we just saw it in the one size, and Christy, our silver buyer, and I said, you know what, we'd love to give you a choice, because not everybody's going to want to do it. Some of you are going to want bolder, some of you are going to want quieter, and because of this dimension, we went a little smaller than we normally do. Like normally we would do it 1.5 and 2 inches. But because this has a little more width to it, and because you have that reflection on all sides because of the square tubing, we went 1 1/4, which is what's on the left, and 1 3/4, which is on the right. So we are busy. You girls love your hoop earrings. I love that. And we're going to head off to our phones. Terry is joining us from out in California. Hey, Terry, it's Jill. How are you?
Hey, Jill, I'm just fine. Thank you.
Nice to have you with us on this Big Bonanza Silver event. What have you found today?
Oh, of course, these earrings.
Of course. California girl needs a good hoop earring.
You know, I have a lot.
Me too.
And honestly, I just kind of was walking by the TV. I've had it on most of the day.
Yes, good, fun.
But you made me take a second look.
Okay.
And then I went, oh, gosh, she's right. I do need those. They're perfect.
Well, I mean, look at the reflection from the side as you move. I mean, there's something shimmering and reflecting on all angles of this earring. And that, to me, is what made this one a little different than the others.
Yeah, it is a little different.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. And it has, I think it has more of a statement to it.
Yes. Yeah, very, like the polishing on this is divine. Super smooth, super reflective, like you could hold it up and touch your lipstick up in it. It's that shiny.
Now, what size do you have on?
I'm sorry?
What size earring do you have on?
I'm wearing the 1 1/4 inch size.
Okay.
So that's considered the smaller, but I feel like it looks more impressive than what I would normally say 1 1/4 would be. So,
yes.
You know, really brightens up your face, I think, because you have more silver that can shine. But again, not too much. We didn't go from skinny hoops to like big hoops. We just kind of beefed it up a little, and I think everybody will really be pleased with it.
Right, right. And those are a snap bar?
They are. Snap bar closure, really nice, tight, and secure, and nice weight to them. They don't feel like a cheap earring, Terry. They really feel like a nice piece of jewelry.
No, they look like it too.
Good.
Thank you.
Well, I'm so delighted you found something, and I hope you can stick around with us a little longer. Maybe the next time you walk through the room, I'll talk you into something else.
Okay, all right.
Thanks for calling. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Listen, while we were talking to Terry, I also just wanted to sort of show you, like with all these colors we're wearing this season, so there's your emerald green, there's your nectarine, there's this beautiful kind of plummy color, here's this beautiful like papaya coral, here's this poppy red that everybody's talking about, here's this beautiful soft Eastery pink. Like silver just works, it brightens things up, and it's never a good thing on a sale event day when my producer Jason says, I got to update you on something. So here's what we need to tell you. Close to 4,000 have now been ordered. If you want the larger size, 1 3/4, only 600 left. Wow. Oh my gosh, you guys, don't miss out on these earrings. This is such a busy finale that it's not one of those things where we'll come back and visit it in a little bit. No, we got to move on. We've got people to see, places to go. We have lots of jewelry to show you. So if it's something you think you'd like, I would highly encourage you to think about getting it while we're talking about it now. My fear for you is waiting till later might mean missing out. Again, of all of the items on this big Bonanza sale, one of the most affordable items on the entire day. I think, given the fact that I saw all of the hoops that were out there, the best hoop choice you could make for the day. I would invite you, if you've never shopped with QVC, and we've already had a few of you who are giving us a try tonight. Thank you. What a great way to get started. Listen, there's no crazy expectations here. It's a hoop earring. You know what that is. You know what a good hoop earring is all about. Try this one for the scale, the size. Find out what it's like to receive a package from QVC. See how quick and easy it can be to place an order with us. Once you place that first order with us, you can order from your iPad, you can order from your phone, you can shop online. I have to tell you, I haven't spoken to a QVC sales representative probably in a decade. I do all of my ordering with automated ordering, or I'm online at QVC.com, okay, maybe once a day. I'm just like, let's see if I can find croissants. And I type it in there, and I can. Let's see if I can find Bobby Brown. Yes, makeup. And it's coming up on Sunday. So, I mean, it's really an easy way to shop with us. And this, I feel like, with the price and the basic necessity of having a good silver hoop earring for spring, come on in. We'd love to have you join us and find out what shopping this way is all about. So here's something else I need to tell you. Did you want to update me on something, Jason? Sorry. 300 left in that 1 3/4 inch choice. That's the size that Susanne is wearing. Let's meet Marilyn. She's joining us from New Jersey. Are you going to show us the size again? Okay,
so
here they are.
See. They need to know.
1 1/4, 1 3/4. 1 1/4, 1 3/4. Jill Susanne. Suzanne, what's your middle name, Suzanne?
Grace.
Suzanne Grace.
Yes.
All right, love that. All right, Marilyn in New Jersey. It's Jill and Suzanne and Staci and all the craziness that comes from having that trio together. How you doing tonight?
Hello.
Hi, did I scare you off, Marilyn? I hope not.
No, not at all.
Great to have you with us. How can I help you this evening?
Well, I ordered the 1 3/4 inch square tube earrings.
Really nice choice. I'm going to assume that perhaps you've purchased silver from us before.
Yes, I have. I have different shapes and sizes, but I haven't seen anything quite like this, and I thought it was really, really unique and really nice.
It is. I was thrilled when I saw it. It was kind of like, after looking at roll after roll after roll of hoop earrings, it really stood out. It was really that special, and I truly hope you feel that way when you get them at home.
Oh, I'm sure I will.
Great.
I've been very happy with everything I've ever received from QVC.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Marilyn. How long have you shopped with us, would you say?
Well, since I retired about 5 years ago.
Okay.
And
Great.
I started watching, and today I've been watching off and on all day. And because I'm retired, I don't really need a great big jewelry wardrobe, but these kind of stood out for me.
Yeah, well, it's still nice to have something new once in a while.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, good. Well, I hope you get lots of wear out of them and continued enjoyment in your retirement. And we appreciate you spending some time with us today.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling.
Have a good evening.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So here's the deal, guys. Limited quantity. On our hot pick, 5,600 ordered. Only the 1 1/4 inch remain. 700 pairs, that's it. Ready, set, go. If you want them, make sure that you are dialing in. I'd hate for you to miss out. $34. Great gift item. Great way for you to stock up on something special for yourself to take you into spring. So we have some of our elegant high-end pieces coming up in the show as well, and this is from Vicenza Silver. This is our triple tuba gas bracelet. This look in jewelry is everywhere at the couture, Madison Avenue level. We were thrilled we could bring you that look for 5 payments of Easy Pay. There's the tricolor, there's the all silver. I wore these on the air yesterday. I was on the air with Dooney and Burke and a cooking show, and I got off the air and I went to my Jill Bauer QVC Facebook page. Please stop by and join us and like us. We'd love to have you aboard. I had so many people asking me about my bracelets. So there they are. Dial in for them. We'll take you through them in a bit. And then how about, oh my gosh, I knew this was going to happen. So this is our Affinity Diamond Baguette ring or hoop. The earrings are very popular. They're $79 for baguette hoops. And they're even on Easy Pay, 3 payments of $26.33. I will also tell you that that baguette ring, you could use that as a wedding band. Buy 2 of them, use them as ring guards. 2 diamond rings, you guys, for under $160 if you buy 2 of them. But that's only until midnight because that's when our Big Bonanza Silver sale will end. All right, like many of you, I love turquoise. So this was a really pretty piece from the turquoise assortment that I thought you might like to see. I also am just going to grab a pair of turquoise earrings that we have coming up a little bit later that I also think are quite nice. Now remember, you can check out all of these pieces over on QVC.com. So, you know, just kind of check out whatever you might like. Here's what I loved about this bracelet. First of all, we have it in 3 different sizes. There's a small, a medium, and a large. Small is going to be for those of you who would normally wear probably like a 6.5 to a 7-inch bracelet. The average is going to be 7 to 7.5 inches, and the large is going to be about 7 3/4 to 8 inches. So I loved this bracelet for a couple of reasons. First of all, we did that kind of designer technique of making the kickstand. You find that on very expensive pieces from, you know, designers like Judith Ripka and Michael Dawkins. We put it on this piece as well. You do have a screen of silver on the inside. That's that kind of beautiful open work finishing detail. That's extra labor, that's extra metal, but we finished it off beautifully. But what I was really enamored with this piece, and I hope you are too, was this beautiful engraved look. It reminded me of the type of engraving that you see on really beautiful fine diamond jewelry. We carry a collection by the Tacori brand. They're known for beautiful engraving. This kind of has an engraved look to it, like you might find in higher end jewelry. And I had never seen that combined with silver and turquoise before. 3 large cabochons there. I mean, how great is this going to be on your wrist, maybe layered with other silver bangles that you have? We have that set of 7 bangles that'll be coming up later on in the show. If you picked up one of the Today Special Values and maybe the narrower measurement, look how great those 2 could layer together. So if you're somebody who kind of likes to stack a variety of bracelets together, I think that could be fantastic. Can I also just say too, I love what good friends turquoise and lapis can be. I mean, those are 2 shades of blue that really are phenomenal together. So don't be afraid to take whether it's this ring or maybe other lapis pieces that you have and mix them in with this beautiful stone. Beautiful color here on the turquoise, very nicely bezel set, a nice amount of sterling silver. And let's face it, when we think about spring, you think about coral and turquoise together. What a great bracelet that's going to be, just a pop, to feel really finished when you're putting on your outfit. It's a way to wear turquoise that isn't necessarily Southwestern, which for a lot of you is kind of what you would prefer. I want to point out that Susanne is wearing those matching turquoise earrings, which I love those earrings. Aren't those great? Really nice look. And I like too seeing this, and there's a turquoise ring we have in the show as well. I was going to try to save that for a surprise, but oh, let's just let it out of the bag. There it is. Turquoise and chromium diopside. Oh! Green and turquoise, quite lovely. But look at how pretty that is with the color dress that Suzanne's wearing. I wouldn't normally think to wear turquoise with kind of that raspberry shade, but it really pops. And it's another way to think of doing color blocking when you're tying your jewelry together. So if you're a turquoise fan, it's a beautiful piece. I hope you love it when you see it in person. It's J279032, and that's between $129 and $139, just depending on the size that you should order. Well, already 600 of you have dialed in for our sterling multi-row woven bracelet. Gosh, what a value. $63 or $68. We'll talk about it in about 30 minutes. We're already almost 1 hour down, so about 2 hours left in the show. 3 payments of easy pay as well. And don't forget about our Pause scroll design ring in lapis, in malachite. 3,600 of those rings ordered. The price only good until midnight. You're getting 2 payments of easy pay. It's J278796.